I mean is leaving. God, that's a big old sign, she said. I said, we must be driving almost straight east. And the pine trees stood tall together as the sun shone through them, and the mist rose over the dewy fields of young corn and red dirt. Sun up. 3-hour drive over and up to Atlanta. Bye-bye, beautiful home. She and me, we said goodbye the hard way at sundown the night before, staring at the house we grew up in that we emptied over the past year, front yard full of trees Mama and Daddy planted, of which they will never enjoy the shade. By the way, that's the most beautiful and difficult idea of an approach to life I think I've ever heard. Though they did enjoy the shade of the biggest pine tree I know in our backyard, I hugged it, my long arms not reaching across half of it, and I gave it a kiss for being so good to us, and all those before us, and all those after us. Then she and me, we sat on the front steps of our emptied house, taking in the view of most of our lives, mostly in silence, and anything but empty silence. I wish I had the words for things I do not, I said. I did not say, probably those are the things that matter most. She did not say anything. I've often thought that leaving is more than a verb and gerund, right? I think that's right. I've never thought I'd use gerund in a sentence. I guess thanks, Mr. Bonner, 5th grade English. But yes, leaving as more than a verb and gerund, also as a descriptive noun and adjective, describes a feeling in its own right. Something that includes longing and loss and nostalgia and anticipation and excitement and hope and anxiety and confusion and letting go and probably lots of other things too. The leaving feeling. Golly, she said, when she and me, we walked into the airport for our flight back to New York. The Atlanta airport closed one of its security checkpoints and recommended people arrive 3 hours before their departure time. One of the busiest airports in the world closed a security checkpoint. Yeah, okay. And the lines were amazingly long. Oh my goodness, I said. I did not say, ugh, how am I going to get through this? And she and me, we stood in them and waited and wondered and complained and laughed and Facebooked and Instagrammed and texted and slowly crept to the checkpoint. And there was one moment I remember looking at the immensity of people waiting in line at the airport and thinking the inevitable thought, who are these people? Where are they coming from? Where are they going? Is leaving, in all of its grammatical forms, implied in the where? I don't know, but I do know that the line didn't seem so long at the thought that we were all leaving together, and that I was so grateful when she, my sister, offered her hand to me, and we held on for a long time, and that the pine trees stood tall together as the sun shone through them. Welcome to the Where Project.